Today's idea is key not just to beating depression, the black dog, the blues, whatever you want to call it, but for cultivating your own happiness. And if that's you, make sure you listen to the end, because I genuinely believe if there is a law as to how life should be lived, this is it. And that's because I hear it from modern motivational speakers, Buddhist monks, my friends, my family. It doesn't matter where I hear it. The advice that they give, this idea is underlying that advice. It's what we should have been taught in school, by society, by our parents, but they were too busy turning us into tax-paying slaves to care. And it's this simple idea. In every moment, make choices that are loving towards yourself. And I literally mean every moment, because every choice, every moment we are making a choice. A choice of what we focus our attention on. And when you are making that choice, make the choice that is most loving towards yourself. And this is not just for big decisions when you come up to a crossroad. I'm talking about when you're splitting up your time in the day, when you're choosing who you want to see, when you're choosing what activities you want to do. It doesn't matter how small, every moment, get into making choices that are loving towards yourself. Now, that gives us two questions. One, how do we get into that frame of mind? Because we're certainly not wired this way, whether it's human nature or the modern society we live in. So we need to do some rewiring. We need to practice. That's what we need to do. We need to practice getting into this new habit. And we do that by thinking, before we make a choice, acknowledge you're going to make the most loving choice towards yourself. And once you're undertaking that choice, acknowledge you're doing it again. And after you've taken it, acknowledge that you've undertaken a loving choice. That's how we do the rewiring. At the same time, what are the choices that are most loving towards ourselves? Well, everyone's different. We need to experiment with ourselves, experiment with different choices and see what works for us. Let's look at it from a more spiritual folklore perspective, because this is an old idea, we've just forgotten it. Imagine inside of you there are two wolves. One represents everything positive, everything you love, all your friends, your family. The other one is everything negative, everything you hate, okay? Despair, jealousy, envy, anything that makes you feel bad. Which one comes out on top? It's the one you feed. And you do that by making, in every single moment, focusing your attention in a way by making a choice that is the most loving one towards yourself. We can extend this though a little bit further. Don't just make loving choices for yourself, make loving choices towards other people as well. At the same time, I said at the beginning, if you have depression, this is the message for you, because I understand right now it feels like this is impossible. How the hell am I going to make most loving choices for myself? The first step is to get a little bit mad. It doesn't necessarily have to be anger, just some sort of powerful emotion within you that gets you driven, okay? Gets you really driven that you do not want to be that way, and not just do not be depressed, but actually be happy and live life to the full. Okay, and you take that energy and focus it upon making loving choices every day. And slowly you'll feel better. And as you feel better, you'll make more loving choices. And as you make more loving choices, you'll feel better. Okay, it's self-reinforcing, and that is how you recover. Okay, make loving choices every moment, every day, every minute. So that's Lou giving you his philosophy on life. Okay, if you want to cultivate your own happiness or beat the blues, start making loving choices towards yourself and towards other people. And there's a few ideas I want to build on in the future. Okay, what are those loving choices to make? 2, why should you make loving choices towards other people? And 3, how do we drag ourselves out of this pandemic that is depression? Oh, and feed the right wolf. Check us out on YouTube, subscribe, Twitter, everything. Okay, we're gone. We're done.